How you doing, my friends? I'm Denny. This is the Flat Broke Adventurer Show. As you can see, I enjoy doing a little bit of slingshot shooting. So today, on today's video, we're going to be making a slingshot backstop. We're going to get out of this room and go down into the Flat Broke air gunning room because the table's a lot bigger. So stick around. I'll see you back there coming up right now. Welcome back, people. You saw the once over of the table. We got the big clips. The big clips are going to be used with the paracord to go stretch across the target or the backstop to hold the target up. The little clips are going to hold the target to the paracord. So all this stuff was just explained. So we're going to set this off to the side. Now what I need to do is I'm going to zip tie up each one of the corners, put a carabiner on there, and then I'm going to wrap the paracord or the zip tie with the paracord. So you don't want to watch all that going on. It's just attaching 4 carabiner rings to the 4 corners. This is a shipping mat. I got this from Harbor Freight. It was like $11, and it's pretty beefy and pretty thick, so I think it'll definitely be stopping all the slingshot ammo. The jug is going to be at the bottom of the tarp. When it comes down, I'm going to have the 2 legs cut from this, which is going to hold the blanket like that to where the ammo should go through the target, roll down the blanket, and then fall in here if what I think is going to work. Like I drew right here at the bottom. You can kind of see my little childish kid's rendition. It's hooked to a chain link fence. In my backyard, there's a chain link fence and a concrete wall. So that's what I'm setting my stuff up on. We have a swing that we could use that frame too, but we're going to start out with this. So stick around. We're going to do a photo montage of me slowly applying these to all 4 corners, and then we're going to be outside in the yard. So stick around. The build's coming up right now. Here we go. We're down to the very last one. This is as simple as I'm doing it. You just take the corner of the blanket, go like that, stick it through the carabiner hoop, pull it down on itself, take the zip tie, wrap it around there, and zip tie it up. And it's pretty simple to do. I think actually after messing with it that I don't think I'll really need the paracord. And then you cut the little tab off like that with the scissors. I've taken this paracord and run it back and forth 4 times for each corner. Now all you got to do is turn around and cut these little loops at the end. And I'll have 4 pieces of string about the same size to tie it up. I don't really think that this is necessary for the build, but I had this paracord laying around, and so I'm going to wrap this up. We'll do it in a photo montage because who wants to watch somebody wrapping string around the corner of a blanket? I'm just going to hang one end loose, wrap it around a bunch of times, and then tie it off. So real simple. Not going to go through that. Stick around. There's more target building or backstop catcher building fun to come. And there you go. It's all wrapped up. Real simple. And I'm going to do the other 4, and then I'm going to be taking it out and hanging it up and attaching the string that's going to go across and hold up the targets. All that will be in the backyard. Stick around. That's coming up next. All right, welcome back, people. We're out here in the backyard. I decided to not go with the chain link fence and to go with the swing setup so that it'll be portable. I can move it all around. It'll still work on the chain link fence, but we're going to do it on this to start. So stick around. There's going to be a photo montage. Everything I had down on the table is right here, with the addition of a hammer to drive the stakes in. So stick around. We're going to be building this thing coming up right now. All right, we got the backstop hung, but we don't have the target hung yet. And after doing what I've done so far, I don't think that the little bucket catcher is gonna work. I think a box may be a little more suited. The blanket's kind of thick, and with the wind, it's not really folding into the right angle for this. So that's out of the picture for right now. But stick around, we're still gonna do the rest of it. Take some shots here in a minute. That's coming up right now. All right, folks, here you go. It's all staked in. You can see how the draping drops down in the corner. It's just not tall enough for the bucket to go under there. I don't think it's going to work, so I'm going to get a box and do that. You come up here, you can see the way that I use the clips. I just wrap the string around one side, folded the blanket over on itself. Got the other two little clips holding up the main target, and then it does the same thing on this side. There you go. Here's the completed project. I'm about to bust some shots and make sure it works and the ammo rolls off the very end there, and that'll be the end of the video. So stick around. That's coming up right now. All right, people, here we go. We're about to get started with the shots. I'm using this little Slingshot. It's metal and wood. Got it off Temu for about $9. Biodegradable clay ammo. I'm going to be using that to start because I don't want to leave anything in the yard that won't be dissipated by the rain, and I don't have to worry about my dogs getting sick. So the shots are going to be coming up here in a second. I'm no slingshot expert, and I'm not going to show you the accuracy. I'm just going to show you and make sure that none of these things poke through on the target or on the backstop. So stick around. All right, those are the shots. Now let's walk over here and see if anything has gone through. I'll flip the camera around. Oh, looks like this test is a fail. If they're shooting right through the blanket, as you can see the holes. So there you go. Maybe with some reinforced backing on it. So I'm not giving up yet. I'm going to try to find a mat or something for that. But so far, the Harbor Freight blanket backstop is a no-go. Thanks for tuning in. We'll wrap this up back inside. There you go, people. Looks like I drastically underestimated the power of this Slingshot with these bands on it, because it was poking right through that packing mat. And these are one of the reasons that we do these kind of testings and these kind of creations, so that you don't have to waste your time doing it and making the mistake that I just made. You know, I went out thinking I'm going to spend the whole afternoon out there shooting slingshots and having fun. It took about 6 shots and I realized nothing was rolling down that canvas and they were all just poking right through. Well, there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing would get hurt except I'm just tearing up the mat. And that isn't why I made it. I made it for a whole different purpose. So what I need to do is now figure out what kind of a mat I could put on that backing that I could sew on that's going to stop it. So I'm going to go to the fabric store or Walmart or something like that and look around. Maybe a little rug or something, you know, like a woven rug, and maybe that will stitch on there. I don't know. But I'm going to keep it cheap because, you know, it's flat broke adventure. We're trying to keep the cost down. I want to thank you guys for tuning in. Not only does your viewership, but your friendship truly means a lot to me. Always be a straight shooter. Always wear your shooting glasses when you're shooting stuff, no matter what it is. Take care of your friends and family. Be safe out there. Have fun. Try to do little experiments like this. You know, it's something to do. It's been rainy and terrible here, so it is what it is. Thanks for tuning in, folks. See you on the next video. And as always, God bless.